Hey. Shout out to Kay with the intro, okay? Because I'm losing my mind, losing my mind. Don't know what to do. Okay, anyway, I like the intro. Y'all let me know when y'all come on in. Let us know how y'all are feeling about the intro. It's a whole vibe for me. I'm rocking it. If I had to rate the intro, I would get that thing a 10 out of 10. I'm just saying, but that's just my opinion. But y'all, I want to welcome the beautifully unwell. Okay, the beautifully unwell. That's the stat crew. That's his little crew. I want to welcome y'all to this live discussion as we go on in about the vampire Lestat. Now I know y'all been looking for it to be named Interview with the Vampire, but baby, they switched that thing up on us and they are now calling it the Vampire Lestat. And this is his story. This is his perspective. And we're going to get into it. I'm not here alone. I have a few ladies that are feeling the whole Lestat vibe as well. Everybody has their favorite. We even got one y'all that like Armand. I'm just saying, I'm not mad at it. No judgment here, okay? But before you guys, before we get started, when you enter into the room, please say hello. Let us know where you guys are rocking with us from tonight, okay? All right, so with that being said, we got up front, up first to the stage. We got the one and only. I always say this. She don't just do it one way. She do it 69 ways. What's up, Monique? How you doing?
Hey. Yes. 69 ways is here. We are here to get into the vampire Lestat. I forgot how many 69 ways he be doing because I forgot how his freak number is. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Okay. So you're are you feeling this new Lestat? Or were you kind of looking for the old Lestat that we grew to love in Interview with a Vampire?
I'm interested in this VH1 behind the music style thing going on. Like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's we doing? I'm interested in see where this goes and who the hell he texting. I'm like, who is like, yeah, I'm curious. It piqued my interest for sure.
Definitely. That definitely kept my attention because I was like, who the hell you texting, bro? Okay. All right, y'all. Well, we got straight from the den, our girl Miss Tamika's den. Hey Tamika, how you feeling about this vampire Lestat situation that we got going on?
Well, first and foremost, Kay came through with that intro, baby. I said, "What is this? We jamming. We in the club with Lestat before we get in club eating. It's on and popping."
Okay.
Yeah, I was here for this. Okay, I said, "Baby, Lestat gonna act the whole damn fool, and I'm gonna be here for every single minute of it." It was a lot going on in this thing.
Oh,
I don't know if I could keep up because it was so much happening.
Listen, I didn't know if I needed a translator, somebody to type out the script for me. There was literally, like you said, there was so much going on. But I was hanging in there. I was here for it. All the shenanigans that go down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I know this girl, the struggle was real. but coming to the platform, the stage. This is our horrorologist. I know that's not a word. I just made that ish up. So hashtag horrorologist. I done made that up. Maybe I could get paid for it. But this lady specializes in all the horror things that you can think of. And we're fortunate to have her come through and kick it with us. The one and only KX Life of Horror. What's up, Kay?
Hey, I'm ready, y'all. Y'all know I got my Anne Rice collection. I am ready.
Damn book.
Okay, I am ready. All right, and I am here to defend Armand and all his foolishness. Okay.
Yeah,
I got a special Armand.
Somebody, Lord have mercy.
Armand.
Somebody gonna have to defend Armand.
I guess, right?
He's innocent.
Because when Tika said somebody like Armand, like who?
That's what I said.
Had on his arm that Armand was telling the truth.
No, sir.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm gonna let you have this for now. Yes, ma'am. I will definitely let you have that. But I know you've been riding out with Interview with the Vampire since the beginning, and you're clearly a book fan. Does this, from your perspective right now, does Vampire Lestat, just by the first episode, does it disappoint in any way from your perspective?
No, this is completely listed. Anything less would not have been genuine to LESTAT. Okay, we already know how from the little tidbits that we got. We know he was upset about the book. We know that LESTAT has main character energy, and he gonna tell his story. And we knew Rockstat was coming, and I expect nothing less than a rock star lifestyle.
Right. For yeah. Sure. He was definitely giving rock star.
He definitely even main character energy, boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's him with his glitter. And we got a moment at the very end. We're gonna talk about that because I was like, what the hell? What the helly? But I'm here for it. So with that being said, for those of you that are in the audience, we do see you guys chiming in. Go ahead. Let us know your thoughts on this very first episode of the Vampire Lestat. This was entitled Disturbed, and I was absolutely disturbed. I'm just saying, I was so freaking disturbed at what is going on, but I'm here for it. I'm here for all the shenanigans. So we're still waiting on one to join us, but we're gonna go ahead and dive on in. We're gonna get into this situation because I was like, bruh, what the heliante, okay? So with that being said, again, like I said, the episode was entitled Disturbed. Was anybody else as disturbed as I was? Okay. Jesus, Lestat and your mama, bruh, what the hell? But we enter into this whole situation, and we see that Lestat's items, his masters as well as his albums, and this whole stereo situation that he curated is up for bid. Like they got money on the line. He's raising money for, he's selling his items. He's selling everything that he has contributed to the music industry, in my perspective. And when we first walk in, because they're in this whole airport situation, and the guy, the auctioneer, he's up there saying, listen, just act like this ish didn't happen. Okay. This is a need to know basis, right? And so enter into the room. We've got, of course, Armand and his eye patch, and I'm just yelling, what the hell happened to your eye, Armand? Like, what is going on? Then we've got Louis who walks in, and I'm gonna show y'all an image of Louis because I was like, bro, what happened to your foot? And of course, we've got Raglan from Talamaster. He's in the building. But why we got this whole priest? Like, sir, you are the least godliest individual in there, clearly, because like you, what is going on? I just was so confused by the presence of the priest. But just that, and let me get to this foot situation, because I was like, what the hell done happened to Louis' foot? Now, initially, I was like, is it like invisible? Is it completely gone? But it actually happened to y'all. What happened? Looks like he had like a prosthetic foot, and like the prosthetic foot, and then it's down in the shoe, but without the without the actual leg portion of it. So just dive on in. Kay, Tamika, Monique, what was y'all thinking about who was in the building at this whole auction situation?
Look, because they say now I got to get the other book, because I got Interview, I got the Vampire Lestat and the Vampire Armand. I'm gonna have to get Queen of the Dam, because they said the Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Dam are like, you're supposed to read those together.
I heard that too.
It's giving, I don't know, because I ain't got that far. It's giving Akasha and turn them every which way but loose. So I don't know what is going on. What is going on? Because it's only another immortal being could do something like that to Louis and Armand. Like a regular like we can't do nothing like that. It gotta be something serious that they done went through. And if we all are gathered and we see Raglan over there, something done went down. Okay, I can't wait to get into it. But one thing that was on my mind, and see, I'm gonna prepare this time, because Interview of the Vampire season 1, we got that plot twist at the end with real Rashid Armand. And then season 2, we got the plot twist with Armand being the director, writer, producer of all of this, and Louis being a unreliable narrator. So everything we learned in season 1 was not true because of Louis. So right now, I'm ready for everything to swing back around. There's gonna be a plot twist in this some kind of way. And see, y'all got me twice. Y'all ain't gonna get me again.
I just gotta say though, I feel like Louis was manipulated. Like this is not Louis' fault. I just can't say that this Louis has been mind screwed by your boy Armand the entire time.
Speak on it, Tika, because we keep leaving that part out.
That's what we have learned. So
Armand
we can't keep
played on his
Louis.
Armand ain't tell Louis to tell all them lies. Now a lot of them, that was just that was Louis ass, okay? Louis was lying ass Louis.
Go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
Armand did play on Louis as he was broken. He was broken. So he played on that fact. So he played and manipulated him when he was in a broken state. And Louis think he just telling facts. No.
Louis knows he's a liar because Daniel has caught him in some lies. Daniel has caught him in some lies that had nothing to do with Armand. Louis was lying before any mind manipulation from Armand because Louis was trying to make himself look the best. He was trying to make himself look like LESTAT was the bad guy. He was trying to make it seem like he was the best father to Claudia. He was trying to make it seem like he didn't do nothing wrong. No, Louis is just like his damn mama and sister. He did a whole lot of lying. Now, yeah, Armand did something to calm him down because he was a little depressed a little bit about Claudia, okay? But he ain't telling him to do all that lying and stuff, okay? You know what? Y'all not gonna lie about my grandma.
Y'all not gonna sit here
and lie about my grandma.
The facts have been manipulated in this man's mind, and I'm a hold to it. I can't wait for EJ to come because she another one with the lying ass. Okay, lying ass Louis, but Louis has been manipulated.
When you go through something traumatic, you lie to yourself, and then it become fact in your mind. Become fact. You lying to yourself of the traumatic events. And you don't want to face what really happened. So you start to lie yourself. You start believing the damn lies that you tell yourself. So.
And that ain't have nothing to do with Armand.
Yeah, I feel like
Armand played on it.
I agree with that part. I feel like Louis definitely lies to himself. He was telling lies, but Armand came in and he was the icing and the cherry on top. He closed it on up and flipped it and reversed it. And we always leaving him out of that part of it, in my opinion. Okay. We already know it'd be 3 sides to the story, but I feel like when it comes to them, it's 5 sides. It ain't like it is with us humans. Okay. There's a whole bunch of mess going on.
See, Armand, did he even do all of that much? He ain't have nothing to do until it came to the
He ain't totally innocent. I know that's for sure.
I mean, kind of a little bit.
See, kind of a little bit. Carry on. Anybody else?
But I did like this scene. I want to know what happened with Louis foot too, because I didn't notice that to the second watch. I said, how the hell I missed that? Whole damn foot going. Like y'all look so beat up, like they really have been through hell and back. Right. And even though I can't stand Armand, he did look cute over there with his eye patch, but I still got my good eye on him, as I do not trust him for a minute. But yeah, I like this introduction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, they like they went through a war. Like, okay, I would like to know what happened because y'all missing limbs. Like, y'all just came off the battlefield. Like, what's going on?
So I feel like Akasha had to have turned y'all every which way but loose. Her or somebody more powerful than her. Somebody came in there and did some major damage.
Damn much. Okay.
All right. Okay. What's up, Tootie in the booth? Okay, then. Thank you for popping in. We absolutely appreciate you. Tootie says she's from Florida. My folks from Florida. Are we related or not? I'm just asking. Okay. 305 786, all them area codes. Okay. All right. We don't know why prison talking about some something sauce. Well, we're gonna go in and put you in timeout. Get you the hell on up out of here. We ain't got time for that. But Tootie does say that absolutely don't know if it was Akasha specifically. Hell, maybe they did it to each other. I'm thinking that too. It could be because once he found out what was really going on, one lost a foot and the other one lost the eye. But we're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep watching to see what actually happened in that situation. How did all of this play out? They got to give it to us sooner than later, right? Okay. All right. So now we see why we're here. We're here, like I said, to auction off Lestat's music, his music catalog, his masters, his and then there's this beautifully created radio or stereo set that he has curated with all of his music from the failures, as well as his handwritten work. And so, they're up there bidding, but after making an announcement that don't tell nobody you were here, the auctioneer proceeds to set the masters on fire. So basically Lestat has said, listen, y'all can have this music, but my masters is what y'all are not gonna get. So Kay, Tamika, Monique, how did y'all feel about them going through this whole auction process only to see the masters, which the majority of the audience, that's what they were there for, right? To see it all go up in flames in Lestat fashion. And then, now we're auctioning off this whole stereo set situation.
Anytime Lestat is involved, it has to be to the 10th degree. All of this is just for show. And you see they all in all over there going back and forth, Armand and Louis going back and forth. This is Lestat, this is all a setup from Lestat. And I cannot wait to see how we got to this point and where Lestat is in all of this. But if he got all of these people there, it is for a reason. And I can't wait to get to that part. Because this auction scene, that it's part of the books as well. So I can't wait to get there. But this is all a planned show. And one thing I know about these vamps is they love to put on a good show. They love a show.
And they did that.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely giving me theatrics, the quiet before the storm, I guess, the scheme that Ty set up, like something else is going to be going down. But I'll listen, some of the people got it, but some people still want that burnt up stuff. They was like, we still going to go ahead and bid. I don't know how much millions we trying to spend on this, but they seem to still be here for it. And I like the other little setup with all his other albums. I said, if I had the money, I might buy that.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only was that album in there, but it had some pork something and his blood. Like, why would
I
don't
want the blood?
I don't want your blood. Like, what the?
Apparently, somebody want it. They said that the size of that thing is like the size of like 2 bottles of wine. So that's a lot of his blood in that thing. Somebody want it.
Yeah, they paid over 100 million or a lot of millions, whatever that dollar amount really was, to claim this stuff. That's crazy.
The setup was definitely top tier. The way he had a boxing clothes, it was definitely high end. It's given like very expensive, don't touch. And I love all the dramatics of it all. That's Lestat. He's like he has such a caliber of like the nice things. He like his stuff to be nice and well put, as I would say. So this definitely fits him. This auction definitely fits him. The way they display everything. So
yep.
Yeah,
it was nice though. I mean the whole setup, like you say, it looked like somebody took their time to build this whole thing out, and then to have that record player, which looked like had like some type of steel or platinum, something very, very high end, and then those speakers literally set the whole thing off. So I was definitely here for that part. Okay. All right. So Monique, girl, we finally getting to party like a rock star, right? We get to hear Lestat's vocals. First of all, tell me, because we saw him sing the classical type or the, make his music back then. How did you feel? And ladies, tell me, Monique, Kate, and then Tamika, how did y'all feel about just hearing him, verbalize in a rock star fashion. And then we got these two Fang Gang members in the audience that are talking to him in his head. Of course, your music sucks. And then we coming to get that neck. We coming for your neck. Okay.
Pretty much. Threatening him from the audience is wild. But hearing the song choices had me cracking up. And it had me start singing. Like like bussing and ooh, yeah. Look, yeah. I was like, yep, this fits. Like he fits seem like any genre of music. I don't know about rap, but this is very fitting. Went from classical to this, like so. And the lyrics, if you listen to the lyrics, I'm like, okay, yeah, this definitely fits what he is spewing out. Like, okay, because this is so wild-ish. And it's just crazy how this the Van Gang just threatened him from the audience, and he still could have his composure, like ignoring them and still singing to the crowd and crowd surfing, and then surfing back to the stage, floating a little float off.
Okay,
can't show too much because he's supposed to be pretending to be a vamp,
right? If they don't know that, if they don't see that, this fool feet was levitated off the ground. If y'all don't see that y'all are in danger.
Man, they high. Oh, Molly and the LSD. What the ABCs and 1, 2, 3. They are high.
All alphabets.
All alphabets. Thank you. So yeah, it was fun. It looked fun.
This is definitely right up his alley. This is him. Like in the book, this is what actually brought him from. He was like buried himself like underground for like decades, and then like he heard like rock music and was like, oh, hold on now, sound kind of good. I need to get in on that. Like that's what makes him kind of like feel alive, and he was feeling a whole lot alive as we scrolled in on his pants crotch area. He was a lot alive, The music was moving him.
The pants.
The music was moving him in more ways than one.
Hello.
And then you got hater 1 and hater 2 in the audience. I said, yeah, y'all ain't gonna last long because one thing about LESTAT, he's not finna sit there and have y'all gonna be hating in his face like this. Not the LESTAT. Nah. And he was laughing in their face. He was like, Fang Gang, y'all sound lame as hell.
Right.
This part reminded me of Queen of the Dam, but it was definitely given like, more modern day, up to date version. And I was here for it. I'm like, I like how they did this because, you don't know if it was going to work or not work, but they definitely was like, oh no, we working it over here. Don't worry about it. We got this. I liked it. I like how they was trying to talk their mess, and he was like, if y'all don't get the hell up out of here and sit your ass down somewhere, like you don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about me. Okay. You're not ready for this.
Yeah. They tried it. He said, what you're not gonna do is come to Detroit and act like all is well, okay?
Right. Like, what up though?
Right. Welcome to what's the song? It's so cold in the D. That's what that was given. And we about to run that neck, okay? But before we continue, y'all, Fang Gang, we got somebody in the building. What did he call his specific people? The I put it in there, the beautifully unwell. Well, we have another beautifully unwell individual in the building. Gotta bring up my girl, the one, the only EJ. What's good, EJ?
I am beautifully unwell. You got it right. Okay.
Hey,
welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, so EJ, real quick, tell us your welcome back, of course. And tell us your initial thoughts on just the first episode. And we're gonna get, it was so many freaking scenes. We're gonna get to as many as we can, but your thoughts on the show actually coming back as the Vampire LESTAT, because you're the one that actually got me into this whole madness, right? and then kind of talk about how you felt about not seeing Louis with his foot, what happened to Armand's eye, and then we're about to party like a rock star, as well as LESTAT not giving up his masters but willing to sell his records, and this whole stereo situation.
Listen, first and foremost, I'm gonna need you to calm down on how you saying LESTAT, how you coming off, because I feel like a certain type of energy coming off of you right now.
If you notice, you and Kay are next to each other.
Tell them how Louis be out here lying. Y'all trying to put all this on Armand. Louis is a liar.
Louis is the biggest liar of them all. Okay, and if you want to be,
I knew this was coming.
And if you want to be. Yeah, you already know. And if you want to be a little delulu like Louis is, I mean, we could say that he just, Armand fried his brain so much he don't remember, or that, he just, so lost in the sauce he just don't remember. But whatever the case is, Louis lie, y'all. Louis is the biggest liar of them all, and that's okay, because we still love Louis. We just don't like him, and we call him out on his ish, okay? And whatever happened to his leg, I low key am like, okay, like I need to know what happened to your leg. Armand's eye is killing me though, y'all. That was so funny to me. Sitting up there looking at him with that one eye. Why I can't stand Armand? He's so dull. But anyway,
hold on, EJ. We was here. We was locked in.
I knew that was gonna flip.
I knew that was gonna fall apart.
Listen, I know that you love Armand, and that's okay, because you are just, one of the very few people that do it. I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for the shenanigans, because I feel like the reason why you love him is on some shenanigans. It really ain't on no I love Armand type of ish. Okay, so I'm cool with that, because I get that. Okay, I got a lot of people like that. But as far as the show, Teak, is concerned, I was excited. I love Interview with the Vampire real bad. And I was just excited for the show to come back. I love Sam Reed. He's like one of my favorites. I just like to look at him and stare at him and just, I don't know. I just love him. And of course, Jacob, I love Jacob, but Louis, I don't know. We got to talk about that. But I was just excited for the show and excited for this particular story, because, I mean, in theory, we're going to get some of the same story, but in a different way. And I feel like we're finally going to get the truth, because LESTAT tells the truth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're going to get the real story and not Louis lies this go around.
We going to act like LESTAT don't be telling lies too? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamika. Okay.
Thank you, Tamika.
LESTAT is very passionate, and he is a very passionate lover, and he's just a very passionate person. And I don't get and he treated Louis like he was the world. This is all Louis' fault, but we can argue about that another day. But when it's all
Barbara,
hey, West Coast Barbara. But when it's all said and done, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm really excited about the show. It's one of my favorite shows, so I'm excited about just having these discussions weekly, because of course they're gonna be fun, right? And then just about what else did you ask me about? I talked about Armand and his eye, his foot. Yeah, I talked about Louis' foot.
Him selling his masters.
And the masters
not really selling his masters.
Yeah, that side comment that you made about that, because who gonna really sell their masters? Like, who really gonna do this? Like, LESTAT ain't no fool. LESTAT is here for the glamour, for the allure. That's why he is LESTAT, because he gonna take you on that ride. Ain't nobody selling their masters. They gonna be gone. But you get these recordings.
Tutiana, EJ ain't checking nobody. She ain't checking nobody. Calm down. She ain't checking nobody.
That's all I'm trying to say. Okay. I mean, listen, Tutiani.
Look, she can try, but my boxing is not being checked off. Okay, over here.
Listen, Tutiani, it's exactly what it is. Call it like it is, because I'm pretty sure that they was up here on some LESTAT hate while I was gone.
No, we wasn't. We really wasn't, to be honest.
Right, we was fair.
Maybe y'all was fair, but we know that Tika wasn't fair. So I know how Tika feels. Damn. So y'all can't even tell me.
EJ, they was over here babying Louis is what they was doing.
Go back and watch the video. Go back and replay, gang. Okay.
Right.
Okay, EJ. One final question though. And I think this was Kay that said this whole thing the auction is, this whole thing is set up by LESTAT. What do you think? Is it, because we don't see LESTAT at this whole auction situation? So is the whole thing set up? Is it set up by Todd? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, where is LESTAT in this whole situation? Or is that something you feel like we're gonna have to continue to watch to see exactly where he is?
I think that LESTAT being LESTAT is he always has a backup plan. Like, he always has an end game plan. He always knows that there may be this time when he may be no more. I mean, we saw how they tried to come for him before. Then, Louis decided to let him live, but that's neither here nor but I think he has a backup plan. I think this is all his plan, but I do think that I don't think that the plan was for it to happen now. And that just comes from, everybody be talking about the books and stuff like that. So if they do follow the book, it's probably him, but and I just keep in mind, I haven't read the whole entire book or whatnot, but I do know the next book in line. So I would think that, yes, of course, it's him, but not when he wanted it to be him, is what I think. I think it just happened before he, planned on it happening.
Gotcha. Okay. So we do talk about how we see the Fang gang in the audience, and this is the new rock star. This is the rock star Louis. We're accustomed to the classical Louis, but now we got the rock star Louis. We loving the abs. We like the new scars that we were never privy to prior to into this situation. And we see him. He's living this rock star life, signing everything in blood, flashing blood at the screen. What's up, EJ?
Don't ever do that. Don't ever get my baby mixed up with nobody. Okay, that's LESTAT.
Where the mute button at? Where's the mute button? Because I see I'm not gonna be able to finish this sentence tonight. But we also find out that LESTAT is going to be. This is going to be a documentary. Of course, Daniel Malloy is a part of this whole documentary. And he's just, but why it's the blood? Why must we sign things in blood? And his manager, she's like, can we please use a pen? Because nobody accepts anything in red, right? But it's a lifestyle, right? We see this doppelganger. Shout out to is it Sam Reed? Shout out to Sam Reed for portraying this doppelganger with the prosthetic teeth, the prosthetic, the contact lens, the crazy wig, because LESTAT is like, okay, I don't want to be out there in front of the fans and all these taking these pictures and everything. So we're gonna use this doppelganger who they found in Czechoslovakia, Russia, one of those places, and we're gonna use him. And he was a perfect fit. But again, shout out to Sam Reed who actually portrays his own doppelganger. How did y'all feel about Louis and his rock star lifestyle? Him not actually, he's only doing the minimum as far as a rock star, because another rock star would be all in front of the fans trying to get all that extra attention. And then this doppelganger that we got, Monique, Tamika, K, EJ.
This doppelganger is wild. I understand some celebrities have him. I understand it, but it's just wild. Like, who is believing this? Like, the people must be high because they don't know the difference, because that it's not giving real LESTAT. But I guess it's necessary. I guess it's definitely a rock star life, and the way he is having to pick up the litter for his after parties. Okay, he like to play with his food. It just is what it is. Yeah, it fits the rock star lifestyle, I guess. The way they be moving, allegedly, back in the day.
And it's for the better for him to have a doppelganger, because if he go out on and hang out with all these fans, he's bound to bite up everybody. So I think that was the safest thing for them to do.
They could have did a little better with their doppelganger. I'm looking like, okay, you need to wet your hair a little bit.
That's not giving him. And I wear damn glasses. These people definitely ha. I don't want whatever they have if they believe that that's the style.
Right.
But hey, I think this is the safest bet for them But it seems like he's enjoying this, but he want to enjoy it in his way, on his time. The after party said way different, and y'all could go ahead and deal with the rest of it.
Right. And by the way, the doppelganger's name is Yarda. I don't know if we'll see Yarda again. Maybe it was just that particular moment that we'll see Yarda. But at this point, it's crazy. Buck teeth and all, right?
Thank you for stopping in.
Yes. Hey, Julie B, we see you. Yeah, LESTAT is a hot mess. He is loving this lifestyle, but at the same time, he's not quite ready to be exposed as a vampire just yet. So it's like I'm just gonna play on Louis' book that he got out here. And so if people really think that I'm a vampire and they see that one, they gonna know that that's just a regular person and that Louis is a liar. And so when they see me, I can pretend to be a vampire, and y'all just think that that's my stage presence, but my everyday life is going to be this person to divert you from when I really be out here drinking blood and doing all this foolishness. Because he is determined to let everybody know that Louis is a liar, because he is.
It sounds good, Kay.
But he's not. He's a vamp. Like, that only can last so long, and the way LESTAT is made up, it only can last so long.
Right.
Look, he's trying to do damage control, okay?
Not the damage control. EJ, any thoughts on this whole rock star lifestyle? I'm gonna kind of step back as far as living the rock star lifestyle when it comes to the fans. Any particular thoughts?
I mean, it's genius. I mean, we're talking about LESTAT here. Like, it's absolute genius because he can't be out in the daytime. I mean, he will burn in eternal flames if he does so. So they need somebody that they can put out, and let's think about it. Not all the times do artists carry themselves as the same person. They may be somebody totally different when they walk out that door from when they get on that stage. And I feel like this is the perfect way to portray him, is like somebody totally different. He does not look like a rock star at all when he walks out that door. He looks like a normal Joe, but worse. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't actually look the same. And I think that's really true about real artists in real life. Not all of them typically are,
But he's not real. So there's that.
Listen, he is real, and you can go on Spotify and download his album right now if you choose to, Mo. What we not gonna have is
I don't want to fall asleep. Listen to that album. Okay,
we're not gonna have the LESTAT slander on here. Okay, that's what we're not gonna do, because
he only has about 100,000 fans, so I guess you got to start somewhere. I'm just saying, but
and that's okay. That's okay.
But getting to one of his fans, we got this one fan who actually walks up on him with the book. Now, keep in mind, y'all, the way that they're playing this whole story out, it's like flashes of like past situations that have happened, and then current, and then past. It's like back and forth, back and forth. So if you're looking for something for a series that's just or a show, an episode that's just going to go straight to the meat and potatoes, no, this one definitely plays with your head a little bit, so you really got to be paying attention, because it's gonna bounce back and forth. And so this guy comes up to him and he's saying, I know you're real. I know you're a real vampire, in other words. And LESTAT kind of shoots him off. Feels like oh good, and now go find you some friends. Did anybody, just real quick, anybody have any thoughts on LESTAT and his little fan that I know you're really a vampire? Like, sir, if you really know he's a vampire, you would literally want to walk away. It's as if you're wanting to become a vampire as well. And guess what? LESTAT don't have a problem with biting your neck situation. So you might want to just back out of that and leave this man alone. Tamika, Kay, EJ, Monique.
I'm with you. I don't know about them, but I wouldn't be walking up to nobody like I know you a vampire. Okay, whether you think you a vampire or you really a vampire, that's none of my business. The most I'm gonna say is, oh, I like what they had to say about you in this book. or I like your music, but other than that, hi, LESTAT and bye, LESTAT. Okay.
It's the fact that LESTAT is still trying to process this book because he didn't remember he had no idea that this whole interview thing was taking place. And mind you, this was the second interview because Louis was trying to have this interview before with Daniel when Daniel was younger, and he lied then. So he tried to redo the whole interview thing. It's a whole bunch of lies again. Louis didn't even know the book was going to be published, and LESTAT didn't know anything about that. He's just like, who is Daniel Malloy? I don't know anything about it. So he's still trying to process that this is a book and that it has information about vampires. And even remember when Daniel said that the Talamasca went back behind him and fabricated some things in there too. So LESTAT is just looking like this is like a whole thing full of lies. So people coming up to him is like, I'm trying to process this book of lies, but now all y'all see me, y'all are taking this to be something that's true. And that which further fuels his anger of, I got to tell my story.
As he should, okay? As he should tell his story, because everybody needs to be able to tell their side of the story. And I agree, LESTAT is still trying to process all of this. At the end of the day, he thought he was trying to get the old thing back. He thought he was trying to get his old boo back, thought that they was on a road to, they was about to go on a different level, this time maybe being honest with each other. Of course, there is no Claudia, who was the real issue, but, y'all can fight about that in the comments. Don't say nothing. Okay. But all I'm saying is this, LESTAT got blindsided, and now you coming up to him with this book, and he just like, every time he see it, lies, because that's what it is, just nothing but a bunch of lies. And oh boy, is what it is. I mean, if we have to go back, I'm going to go back one time this time. I'm trying not to go back too far, but if we have to go back to the source material of Twilight, there are people who want to be.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying? There are people who want to be. And so he may want to be. And as they said in Twilight, so shall he be. Okay, I'm done.
One thing about EJ, she gonna throw in a Twilight reference.
Yeah,
I want to get that 30 seconds back of that Twilight.
Okay, I definitely want that back.
I definitely not be rolling up on no LESTAT. No. And the book is from Louis' perspective. Okay. Right. We know. Yeah, he had the right to tell his story, but that book is really from Louis' perspective. How things went down. So it's what it is.
LESTAT had me cracking up the way he was highlighting and checking off the stuff. It reminded me, when you crossing out some things and underlining some things in the Bible, but this was a different type of.
He was crashing out, boy. He was crashing out hard. Highlighters and markers and stuff like that.
Okay. LESTAT went from to.
And since we're talking about him and this whole book situation, just like y'all mentioned, hey, we talking and we vibing, me and Louis on the phone on the iPad talking, and you should come and visit, Next thing you know, we got this notification coming up talking about interview with the vampire. Did you know Louis? Do you know a Daniel Malloy? Like, he was super calm about it. This is a stat talking to Louis. Do you know a Daniel Malloy? He had to think about it. He was about to lie. I ain't gonna lie, he was about to lie, and like he ain't know. But he said, yeah, I know, but I didn't know that the book was coming. I didn't know. I thought I burned it before I left. I didn't know about the cloud. That part was super funny to me. Yeah, so then we got LESTAT, and he is making his way over to the bookstore. Like, what the heck is going on? I need to see what's going on with this whole book situation. And he does just that. He goes in, he gets this book. Now, these people whole time are literally talking trash about LESTAT, right? And they straight up saying, listen, it should have burnt his French ass on the Royal Street. They give it Armand sexy vibes. They are loving Armand. He's mysterious, and he's got layers. But no love love whatsoever in front of LESTAT. And LESTAT, then after she's talking trash about LESTAT, she asked him, "Do you want to sign up for the membership?" "No, I don't want the membership." So it's a lot of funniness in this, but then we also, again, he crashing out because why are we talking about me? Like, why are we, what, I need to see what this book entails. And just like y'all said, he goes through the book, he's highlighting bits and pieces, lies. That's an effing lie. Like, he's literally going through the whole book situation. He was going through the book situation. So Monique, Kay, Tamika, EJ go last, because I know you're gonna have amazing things to say about the
You did a good job with these screenshots and because they was talking in a different language. Because I was like, say what? And then he over there looking at the book and trying to be incognito, like nobody will recognize him. I'm like, he kind of look like a Karen, the way his hair flowed, and like he about to start some trouble when he get to the register. Like, yeah, he don't want that membership.
Not a Karen.
But yeah, so like he's crashing out, he's going through it with this book, and like you said, he was highlighting and stuff and hearing what people think and about the book and characters. It's just funny to me. As he's
the lies.
It got layers. He got layers. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now he got
slick. I said, shut up. Sorry.
She was extra. She was so extra.
Yeah, she was. I was say, I thought it was just me. I'm like, okay, this lady is okay, extra.
Oh, is it me?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, wait, y'all. We have to take a moment to think about y'all. We watching because remember the last time we saw Louis and Lestat together, like they were in New Orleans when they were the storm hit, but the last time like we really seen them being them, it was like decades ago, and like now they're like on good terms again, but they're communicating, and like they said this is 2025 they brought the story up to, and Lestat don't even know how to flip the screen around on the iPad. He literally just, I'm gonna flip the iPad around. I don't know how to flip the camera, but let me show you this.
Right.
Like they're like these ancient vampires, and they're like trying to like still fit in the year 2025, and it's so funny trying to see them and like through the episode seeing Lestat like try to use Gen Z language, but when you don't know slang like that, you be overusing it and using it incorrectly. And that's what I thought about. Like, I'm like, because in my head it's like y'all, these two old vampires trying to like navigate like in times like today, and it was hilarious. But he was so upset about this book because Lestat, no, if you gonna do me, you got to do me right. Like he is a perfectionist, and things have to be done a particular way. And he's like, this does not paint a pretty picture of me. And I don't know if you got up there, but when them little kids came trick or treat, first of all, Lestat, you buying kids candy on Halloween?
That's what I said.
We're gonna get to that next.
Okay, I have to rewind that.
He was really upset about this book, and it almost feels like a betrayal because he has his vision of his life with Louis and Claudia, and this book painted it like he was this big bad wolf, and in his mind we were like, okay, we're in a dysfunctional family, but I didn't know that y'all saw me as like this big bad wolf within this dysfunctional family, because Louis wasn't ready to admit all of the things that he did wrong in all of this. And so it's just like you're not accurately depicting who I am at all. And of course he's going to be frustrated because that's not the person he wants to be seen as.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I y'all know I'm not the biggest Lestat person, fan, whatever. But I can agree that he wants to be seen in a certain light. He don't feel like his truth was told. So that's why just like Monique said, these books were Louis' perspective. So now it's your time, Lestat, to tell your truth. Tell the truth. Tell your truth, because I always say this: it's his story, and in the middle it's the actual truth. So EJ, What you thinking?
Well, I feel like there's his story, and then there's the true story, which is Lestat's story, and we'll get into it.
Oh God, where's the mute button? Where's the mute button?
Don't try to mute me. See, that's the problem right there. They was trying to mute Lestat, and Lestat said, "I will not be muted." Okay, don't do that.
Lestat. He wasn't even a thought.
Listen. Yes, he was. He was the whole thought. Did you not see the book? Did you not hear what the book was about? He was the whole thought. The problem, and that's why Armand was so mad, because he was everything with Armand. Oh, you know what? Let me let Armand go for a second. Let me put him on the back burner for a second. But no, this was so funny. I love this when they dropped this piece of the trailer. I just thought it was so funny. Her sitting there talking about him, not knowing that, Lestat is right there. And then, he's like, when she says that thing about the member, she's like, no, thank you. Like, Lestat has had it up to here at this point, and all he want to do is go read this book and see what the hell is up in here. And then when we get it, true enough, we get it from Louis' point of view, but we also get, Louis' messed up mind point of view, not just how he felt, but we get things that are shambled up and mixed up. And I don't even think we got a real fluid story from Louis as it relates to everything that happened. So of course, Lestat is completely upset about it, because he feels like he did what he was supposed to do when it came to their relationship. And if we're just keeping it real, Louis was the problem the entire time. I ain't saying Lestat don't have his flaws, because he does. But Louis was a big problem. Like, Louis was a kept man, y'all. Y'all got to remember that. Louis was kept by Lestat.
Louis was a pimp. He didn't need to be kept by Lestat.
He was a kept man.
Not need him.
Lestat was stalking that man.
He was a kept man. I just
killed his brother and everything. I'm sorry.
Listen, he did not kill his brother. He did not kill his brother.
Messed up his mind.
That man jumped off the building himself. But that's all we know right now. Anyway, I ain't saying that it can't be something else. Right. But anywho, as I was stating, Louis was a kept man. And at the end of the day, I feel like Lestat did the best that he could. And now he's getting all these things that are twisted and turned in this way that we just know not to be. It may not all be exactly true. And now he wants to tell his side of the story. I'm pissed too for him. I'm pissed for you, Lestat, because why? Why Louis gotta be like this? Lick, lick, lick. That's my favorite part.
I disagree with all of y'all. I ain't get to go. Okay, I just want to say
my bad. Go ahead.
I love Louis and Lestat, okay, but they just can't be together. They was toxic as hell, and yes, Louis was Louis was like, oh shit, like I forgot, I didn't think it was coming out. It was my God. So come on, Louis, now, come on, Louis, don't embarrass me now. And so I get Lestat being pissed off. I would be pissed off too if a damn book came out about me and I ain't know nothing about it, and I'm trying to see what the hell they saying in there. I agree. This will have me cracking up. I love how they, like I said, brought it to modern day times, and they look crazy as hell trying to figure out these tablets and phone and all of that part. And homegirl in the store pissed me the hell off. I said, you disrespectful as hell. I wouldn't have mind if he called her after dark, because no man, we're not gonna do that.
Dang, Tamika.
Not in the dark alley. Not in the dark alley. Take her through down.
She didn't know. She said if she had known it was him, she might have had a different tone.
I'm sure she would have. Okay, so moving right along though, we get y'all said why we're shocked that Lestat has bought anybody any Halloween candy, right? But it's in the midst of him still reading, trying to go through this book. And he also is like, let me Google Daniel Malloy. Let me see who this guy is. And he stumbles upon one of Daniel's videos on YouTube, and he's just talking about the whole book situation, how he's won Pulitzers and all this stuff behind writing his book, right? Well, in the midst of all of this, these kids come up, and not one of these kids is dressed like Louis, right? We got Claudia, we got Daniel, we even got Armand dressed up in this whole situation, but no Lestat. Where the heck is Lestat in the trick-or-treating situation? And so
there you go right there. Ain't he that ghost? No.
Child, he's a vampire. He's a vampire. We gonna at least give him a little credit. There was not one
not the ghost.
There was not one blonde wig in this whole situation. And so this is really agitating him. It's agitating him so much to the point where the little boy said he got a peanut allergy and he gives the boy a candy with some nuts in it anyway, because at this point, F them kids. Kay, EJ, Tamika, and Monique, how y'all feeling about him? You know, he's really in his feelings. Also, real quick, I want to say, Daniel kept asking him, is it true that you formed your band on Halloween? Is it true that this actually happened? Well, yeah, this is how he became a part of this band, because Jimmy was over there playing the wrong darn note. So Lestat decides, okay, I'm gonna bust in because I'm sick of hearing this bad note. He busts into this guy's apartment, and he gives them the D minor sounds like this, and then he breaks the bass guitar down and says, my man will be over here tomorrow to give you a brand new guitar as well as give you a new door. And then he also says, so then Jimmy, I think that's Jimmy, he follows him outside and he said, listen, I like what you did up there. You want to be a part of the band. And so this is how we got the rock star Lestat, right? So ladies, thoughts on that particular moment.
We all know that Lestat has killed people for less. Y'all know how he don't play about the wrong note. Okay, if one thing get on his nerves, if you play a note wrong, again, he a perfectionist. First of all, now you done wrote this book wrong, and he over here playing this note wrong, and y'all loud. Everybody loud and wrong. So he got to go over there and fix this band because y'all loud and wrong. And now he got to go contact Daniel because this book is wrong. Because we know, and we even know from the last season of Interview the Vampire, when they were going through stuff and Louis was starting to get his memory and stuff back, he kept saying, it was like, yeah, we're gonna have to go with Lestat's story on that. Or yeah, Lestat he actually might was telling the truth. Let's, go with Lestat's side of the story on that, because Lestat was there. Louis was sitting up in that house being a desperate housewife, complaining and whining all the time. Okay, Lestat did everything he could to try to cheer Louis up. Like, I gave you a mortal life, so and you still whining. Like, we got all this house, and you still whining. And then I gave you Claudia, and you still like, what more do you want from me, Louis? And Louis was trying to make it seem like Lestat was like threatening them and stuff. He wasn't even doing all of that. Louis, you were just never happy. You was mad because you wanted your human life and your vampire life, and Lestat told you can't have both. You can't have it both ways. So he had an attitude about it. And so, of course, and of course, Louis wasn't gonna put that part in the book. So we were trying to make it seem like he's bad, but he's not. Like, there was nothing in there that seemed like redeeming qualities for Lestat. And, people, they don't want to be the bad, they want to be the kids. They want to be the villain. He's just like, I'm giving y'all candy, but y'all don't want to be me for Halloween. Me, Lestat. I'm gonna have to show y'all. I bet you on Halloween somebody come dressed as Rockstar Lestat then. He even changed the name of their damn band from Satan's Night Out to the Vampire Lestat.
Okay, that part. And that's how you do it. And that's how you do it. I'm not mad at that at all. Listen, let's just call it what it is. Lestat is a good guy. Okay, everybody. Lestat has always been a good guy, but sometimes we tend to want to overlook the good guy. Listen, don't. This is exactly what it is. Like, sometimes we tend to want to overlook the good guy because he's being painted a certain way. It's exactly what Kay said. Louis was a desperate housewife. That's exactly what Louis was. Louis had nothing. All he had to do was live. But no, he wanted to do all the things. I want to be the man now. I want to have these clubs. I want to do all this stuff. Like, he wanted everything that he couldn't necessarily have fully in his human life. But now it was accessible in his vampire life, but it just didn't work that way.
Still wasn't enough.
And now you want to be mad about every last single thing. And I just don't get it. And I'm mad for Lestat, because why didn't anybody want to put on a blonde wig? You chose to put on a sheet with holes in it.
Everybody don't look good in blonde.
Okay, a sheet with holes in it instead of putting on a bleach blonde wig and be Lestat. I mean, he could have, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, Lestat is the man, and y'all want to dress like Armand, dull beige pillow Armand. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm sorry.
I
the
love
way y'all be disrespecting my Gremlin is atrocious.
I slightly agree with the crazy thing. I slightly agree with EJ. Who wants to dress like Armand?
Yeah, that's the part that takes me out. Like, who are the parents? He needed to go over there and see their parents. He was he was taking me out the way. He mushed them. He was just moving them out the way.
Right.
Okay, the little Claudia was cute though. I ain't gonna lie. That was
I was saying cute.
But the rest of that, they could have kept it. That's all I can say. And the way the blend came about, he didn't have to pay for that door, Tika. He really didn't. He didn't have to pay for that door. He didn't have to pay for that guitar. But what did my guy Lestat do? He went over there. He said, "I'm gonna pay for this because you over here."
He tore it up. So that makes sense. You told the shit up. You told the stuff up.
Immortal,
go fix it.
He's an immortal. He's an immortal. He ain't got to do nothing. All he got to do is just be immortal. He ain't got to fix nothing. So, but
we got something coming for LESTAT in just a minute.
He did that. What's coming for him besides hiding?
Anybody else? Because EJ.
Listen, you can't be just cutting me off like that, Tika. Like, dang, can I get my point across?
You finished, EJ. Don't do that.
Well,
don't act like I just be cutting you off. Don't do that.
You just cut me off, and I don't understand.
Nobody don't need to be putting on no dry ass blonde wig or anything for LESTAT, but he definitely need to pay for that guitar and that door. And he definitely is into his music. I will agree with that. Like wrong note, wrong chord. He is not trying to hear that. He will correct you, okay? Forcefully, maybe a little bit, but he will correct you. And this is how the band began. Seems like he just went over there, crashed their party, they band session. So and having candy, I had to rewind. Like, he got candy. That shocked me because
guy, like, stop acting like he's not a good guy.
Don't act like LESTAT is for the children. We're not gonna do that. That's okay. We're not gonna reach that far, but okay. It was just a nice thing to have candy for the trick-or-treaters. Okay, it's like he conforming to the 2025 to the current time.
Right. Definitely.
Yep.
Okay. Was that everybody?
I think Tamika didn't go.
Yeah, I really didn't have that much for this part. I just felt like, this was his destiny. It was meant to be. He went over there to check homeboy because he playing these notes raggedy as hell. And I like the part with the kids, though. I was like, not him just mushing. I was cracking up. And he's storming over here because he was like, nah, you ain't about to continue to play that messed up damn note. And now, where you supposed to be. You got your band.
Right. That baby boy said, listen, I got a peanut allergy. I'll take the mounds instead. I'll take the mounds instead. No, you're gonna take what I give you.
Right.
Take what I give you. Oh my God. But I loved it. I loved it. So yes, only one SYY says, so y'all like the episode. Absolutely. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you to we got Rosebud who says, let me find it. I'm sorry. With the super chat that says, why it won't pull up. I feel like LESTAT went to go see the lady he was trying hard not to crash out. He went to go see the lady. Go to see that lady.
Go see the lady.
The lady at the bookstore?
No, that's it's a saying. It's more people say it like up like north, East Coast, like New York people kind of say it. It's the saying, like when men start acting up, they say they go see the lady. That's either they going to therapy, they going to go see a spiritual person, they going to go see an elder in their family, they go see the lady and they come back acting right.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kay. I appreciate the clarification because I was like, go see the lady. What is we saying?
We was.
But thank you again, Rosebud.
I'll be saying it sometimes.
He was trying hard not to crash out because you saw him over there gritting his teeth. He was really trying hard. LESTAT is trying to be a better person than he already was. And, because people grow.
Not already was.
And Louis can't grow? Okay.
And he didn't. And did you see all that time? Where we end up at, Mo? Let's just have a conversation real quick, and then I'm done. I promise. Where did we end up at? He was over here with Armand. Okay, with Armand. And don't take this personally, Kay, because I know you love Armand, but we just got to keep it real, okay? Louis claims that he was like LESTAT was all of these things, right? But then he go right over here and get with Armand and was with him all this time, longer than he was ever with LESTAT, right? Only to find out that he's the asshole as well. So I ask you, who is the problem? It ain't. I say Louis is the common denominator in all of this because Louis is full of ish. He over there with Armand, still not happy. Still just sitting up there.
Exactly. He still wasn't. He wasn't happy there either. Just still whining and crying. And see, y'all be getting mad when Armand was messing with his emotions, but he was tired of all that whining, complaining and stuff. Okay, Lou was every 5 minutes.
I give you that.
Or Claudia just sad all the time. Just over here.
How about they both played a part? Okay, they both played a part. It's not one or the other. Okay. And we ain't gonna act like LESTAT just stalked that man down before he got turned.
I love Louis. Okay, let's just keep
how we know that LESTAT stalked Louis like that. That was Louis' spin on the story.
I'm waiting for LESTAT. I'm waiting for LESTAT story. I mean,
you got one side of the story. I mean, and listen, if you want something, you go after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if that was the case. Like Louis could have said no at the end of the day. Now Tika and I have this argument all the time. No, the hell he didn't. He didn't say no.
He wore him down, man.
Oh my goodness! So you still don't have discernment to be able to say no?
So literally to the priest.
Exactly. Thank you, Monique. Thank you,
Monique. Wanted the power. Louis wanted that power. Girl, Louis wanted the power because he was a black man in New Orleans with no power. And LESTAT said, I'm going to give you a power that you don't have being a black man in New Orleans. I'm going to give you, and Louis wanted that power because if you saw them interactions, they were still calling him boy and looking down on him. He wanted power over them white men.
And they was going to call him whether he was a vampire or not. They was going to call him regardless. So that's
the thing is, he just can retaliate the way he wants.
Exactly.
But listen, at the end of the day, this is what happened. We saw what happened, right? We saw that Louis accepted the dark gift. It wasn't like LESTAT who had no choice.
It was either accept the dark gift or die.
No, we don't know that. We don't know. You just make it stuff up now. You just make it stuff up
in that church.
He was about to take that out. Okay.
That don't mean he was going to do that to Louis. Y'all just we will never know because Louis accepted. But if he really was saying it on business.
LESTAT come to the front and tell his story and he better tell it all. This is where I stand.
If you're going to tell it, then you got to tell it. That's what I'm waiting on.
All I'm saying.
Well, look, we're not gonna stay in the past, so let's move forward.
I mean, the past this is the past all over again. They're just retelling it. They just retelling it in a different way. We going to the past.
They definitely flashing back on past with LESTAT for sure.
Right, and we're gonna get into it some more, y'all. We got about 7 more episodes to go, to basically hear LESTAT's version. So. I'm here for it. I still don't like them, but okay. We get to this fancy hotel. It's called, what did it say? It's called the Dracula's Daughter. And all of a sudden the lights go out. Like the lights all over the city go out. Anybody first of all, I'm sure y'all caught that, but did y'all have any thoughts on why the heck the power just literally went out and then all of a sudden it was right back on? And okay, we learned that moi et toi is me and you, basically me and you. So you can give me nor you a name because you're learning how to maneuver technology. This is me, this is you. So me, my, your, you. Okay. So yeah. And we'll go ahead, EJ, to Monique. EJ over here playing with the layout. I was like, where the hell everybody went? Hey, because you know I'm gonna be confused about who I just asked to go first, right? You know that, right?
Don't confuse the lady now. Don't confuse the host.
I'm special needs sometimes. I don't know why.
I'm so sorry.
EJ, that's okay. EJ, Tamika, I don't even know who I said. EJ, Tamika, Monique, hey. This lights out situation, and who the heck is LESTAT texting in this hotel as he's listening to all of these different thoughts coming to his head, everybody's conversation. We coming for that sucker. We coming for LESTAT. We coming like he's hearing everything throughout this situation.
Listen, well, as far as who he was talking to, girl, me and you was going back and forth about who the hell he was talking to. We done went down every single person that he could be talking to, and we had no clue what them words was, but somebody told us, we is about as far as I know in menage a trois. That's all I know in French. I'm sorry.
Not menage a trois, right?
Right. That's all right.
Just keeping it honest with y'all. That's all I know. So thank you, or shout out to whoever, told us exactly what was going on. But I mean, at the end of the day, I got caught up in Baby Girl on the floor. Everything else I wasn't even paying attention to. I said, why? D. I said, why is D over here on the floor when we got all this room to lay anywhere else, but why on the floor? But yeah, I was intrigued when we first when we first started seeing these messages and we're going back and forth. I'm just like, like what is happening? And then I think this was when they were walking towards the room when everybody was talking and, they can hear all the people and everybody want to come after LESTAT. I was like, come on, come get him. Come at me if you really finna come get my boy. Come on, man. We invite you to come because what we not finna do is get the best of LESTAT unless he real high.
Right. Whole thing.
Yeah, I was kind of paying attention to Z laid in the back there on the floor too. I didn't know who LESTAT was talking to, but as far as him hearing all the voices and all of the things, it just reminded me of how we ended off interview with a vampire when Louis was hearing all of them talking mess, and he was like, "Come at me, dog." I'm like, they ain't gonna back down. They're gonna be ready regardless. So I just was like, still curious to find out who it is and what they're gonna be coming with. But I was like, this ain't gonna be an easy thing. Don't think you just gonna come up in here and you just gonna be able to take Louis down like that. I'm trying to talk shit, but hopefully Louis will be able to represent and actually do what I want him to do.
Right.
Y'all stop calling my boy.
I mean, LESTAT. Y'all know what the hell I mean.
LESTAT.
LL. It's too many L's. Okay, I'm getting tongue-tied.
Real quick, we got somebody that like our type of carrying on. So welcome, Mosherry. Thank you for tapping in. We appreciate you.
Hello.
And I like your name.
Mosherry. Okay. Thank you.
LESTAT sound like a disease.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Who said that?
Not an STD. that was Monique. That was Monique. And yes, only one we did. I had to watch it multiple times because there was just so much going on. It was over 100
I watched it twice
in this one episode.
Yeah.
It was like over 100 scenes.
Because the language.
Right.
Yeah, the language.
Right.
Yeah.
EJ said 5. I was like at least 4.5. Okay. Especially to have to recap it live. Okay. So yeah.
And I was about to go on number 6, but then Tika said that we had this live at this time, and I was like, oh shit.
Me too. I forgot. Okay. Anybody else? Any thoughts? If not, and then the lights out situation. Where are they for the power to just go out and then all of a sudden everything just come right back on? I was confused about that. Is it like New York where they got a city outage, the lights just go out? Vegas somewhere, the lights just go out and then they come back on. Okay, did you have any thoughts before we move on?
No, I was anxious to see who this was that he was texting. I knew when we got to the answer was gonna be something wild and out there. I didn't know they was gonna give us Game of Thrones, but I was just trying. I was ready to see who he was texting.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
okay,
because
they did give us game. They did give us GOT.
Okay. Tutiana Boot said, some people like laying on the floor. I don't, because I can't get up. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, me too.
The way
But
this
she
back
was
set up.
vibing. But y'all, we get to this another show, and we see that Lestat has literally is having like an outer body experience. Like he's reflecting on all of his muses that have, been in his life. We got Gabriella, we got Nicholas, we got of course Louis, and he's just remembering, like, because at first the music wasn't musicking the way it was supposed to, right? And oh boy, of course, was over there hitting another bad behind note. And finally, Lestat snapped back into it. And it was like, okay, this is the breakthrough that I've been looking for, and they popping like him and I don't know if that man named Jimmy or not, but the second episode I would know his name, right? But they hyped up on the stage, and so we got Miss Pill
That's some
Popper
damn black licorice.
Okay, we got the pill popper in the audience, right? And she took a mouthful of Legos. EJ called them Legos and everything else, right? And so she puts those pills in her mouth, and then of course she is the one out of all the people that Lestat could have chosen. She is the one that Lestat decides that he's gonna take a bite out of crime of, right? And so now he high. And he high. How have anybody ever had an overdose? As he's bringing her in, because she is passed out. Y'all see the many colors, right? And so he sees that this woman is literally on the ceiling. And she's telling him, hey, everybody dies sometimes. He's gonna die, she's gonna die, and he's gonna die horribly. First of all, and she called herself Baby Jinx, right? So
Baby Jinx, yeah.
Baby, yeah. So Monique, Tamika, Kay, EJ, any thoughts on this outer body experience, this meals that he was with, all of the different meals that he was witnessing, and then this heifer, she literally had an outer body experience because she done flatlined, but they gave her something to bring her back.
Okay. The way the performance was going about the black licorice, and dude was not on key or no whatever. I thought he was about to have a out of body experience on the guitar. Like what the heck is going on? I thought he was gonna take a bite out of that dude that's in the band, but not the girl who came on stage. And yeah, so the way Lestat, what's Lestat, whatever you call this dude. He should be able to sniff it out. Like, I thought he had the ability to like sniff out like if she's legit, like is she good blood or not. But I guess he don't have that ability. But I forgot, like, according to Louis' perspective, when him and Claudia set him up, he got poisoned, so he couldn't sniff it out. So I answered my own question. But it was just funny, this in out of body experience. Like, you got to be careful, just biting on any and everybody. Like, that could be your last. That could be your last. And he up there coming in with Daniel and D talking about everybody had overdose.
And both of them raised their hands.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, y'all is some drug heads for sure. It was funny to see. It was different to see. It's just crazy how they got these shapes and things to these drugs. I guess that's just how they keep up which one is which. I don't want none of those.
Right. Okay.
Look like some damn Lucky Charm marshmallows. What the hell? I'm done.
Is Tamika back? If not, I'll go ahead.
Oh, she stepped. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she stepped away.
Okay.
Lestat don't ever need to be high ever again in his life. He already be on 10. Okay, this took him to a level we didn't even know he could go to already. He don't need to. And it's funny because Daniel was because we know Daniel in his young adult life was all in them streets. He was all up and through there. But Lestat don't ever need to do that again. We know that this turns out badly for vampires when Louis was feeding off of Daniel after he had gave Daniel every drug in the damn book. And then now we see that did not turn out well. Like Louis completely lost his mind, went off on my poor Armand, and he didn't even do nothing. He said he was at home, picked a lint off the sofa, and Louis just
my poor Armand. Lint off the sofa.
Louis just went in on him and ran out into the sun. So we know it don't go well. We know it don't go well when they get high. LESTAT don't ever need to do that again. And he was just in a different place. Let's not do that again, LESTAT. I did like in the midst of all this, we saw that they had what is that doctor's name? Dr. Fareed. Yes, that they had, who was Daniel, that they brought in to be Daniel's doctor in season 1. So first of all, LESTAT, how you know? And why you got Louis' doctor and you got Louis' reporter? Why you got his people to redocument your life story is what I'm trying to figure out. LESTAT is very messy and he's very petty for doing that. Both of them.
Oh yeah, he definitely petty.
That's what I was thinking.
I love the petty.
Real petty.
I love the petty. Not only do I love the petty, but I think that Daniel is in on the pettiness because Louis won't return his phone calls.
Yes, Daniel been petty before he turn
telepathy. You know what I'm saying? So Daniel is the one who knows really all the things. So of course Daniel, like, hey, let's get the doc. Okay, let's go get the doc. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that. How about I shoot the documentary? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm about to go all the way to the top. Okay. Like
he said that book put him on a New York Times bestseller list. He said we finna run it back.
He want another one.
Exactly, another one. So I'm not mad at it at this point because, like I said, I when Daniel is being messy, it's and then you put him and LESTAT together being messy, like it's just like a match made in heaven. Yes. Louis and Daniel was just like. I mean, it just was what it was. Like
because Daniel was pissed at him for trying to eat him the first time and lying to him. He lied to him and he tried to eat him. And then he lied to him about Armand being real Rashid. So first of all, Daniel was already pissed.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that one right there was just like, but these two right here together is like the best match that they could have ever done. I loved high LESTAT for what it was, but I do need him not to get high, never no more again. And his vampire life, we just need to let that go. I love Baby Jinx. I mean, at the end of the day, like you gonna get married, but you gonna go out here and bust down a rock star like before you go get married. I'm not mad at that at all because she was busting him down for real. I was like, girl, well, go ahead then because you're about to have the same D for the rest of your life, allegedly, supposedly, do what you do in your personal life. But
big one.
Okay, I was like, listen, I'm not mad at that at all. You go ahead and do what you do. But yeah, I love this scene. I thought this was so funny. I just love it's always been like a little bit of comedy in Interview with the Rabbit. I'm always laughing at LESTAT whenever he's around, but having so much of him is just so much funnier. It's like that it's like this real edge to the show. I mean, clearly, but LESTAT just have you cracking up when you know you shouldn't be cracking up because I was laughing my ass off. I just thought this was funny. Like, why are you so high right now like this? Why you talk like it was a lot, but I don't know. I loved it. Great scene.
Yeah. Yep. Tamika.
Yeah, I like this scene. I forgot that he could get the effects of the blood he was drinking because at first I was like, what the hell is going on here? And the fact that she done had every drug known to man. But I love how
MMD, LSD.
I love how she
LMNOP.
Right. He was able to kind of get info from her, even though he didn't know what she was talking about and what was going to be coming to him. But she said, them people about to come for you. Okay, everyone. And the fact that she was like, oh no, you die, he die, she die, I die, we all could die. Like, don't get it twisted. I was cracking up at that point. And I love the interactions. I don't know if y'all had mentioned that between him and Daniel. I love seeing Daniel becoming with the I don't give a damn energy. And I like the back and forth between him and that. Yeah, he really don't.
Right.
It's like the best.
Because Daniel was in there feeding off D. He was in there feeding off D, and I'm like, are they smashing too?
Said,
like, what is going on?
Too.
Right.
It's the way he came in there and looked at her when he was looking around, and when he got up in there and he looked at her before we get to the scene where we see them together when he first walked in there, and he's like, he give her this look. I was like, okay, Daniel, I see you busting down D too. I'm not mad at it.
And D said, "Hey, baby," or "Hey, something." She said, "I was like, I thought you was LESTAT. Like, what we doing?
Like, let's make it a family. Like, let's we kicking it with the family.
We definitely can bang.
ABC, DVD.
Okay, listen, we doing like I was gonna say do like the French do, but more like the Romans at this point, at this case.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. We got this moment where it's about to go down. No, I did not bring the nasty yellow pea, because that was just a little too much for me. But we see that these what is it? What was her name? Russ is him and they, them and they, right? Russ is them and they standing up peeing. Lestat said that you got a strong pelvic wall. And I forgot the other one again. Second episode, I'll remember the names. Maybe not, because they're gonna be gone after this. But we see this whole fight, and they literally were about to take down Lestat. Keep in mind, throughout him telling this portion of the story, he just kept wanting to get to that sex scene of him in the elevator, the whole threesome. Like, every time it was like 2 sentences later, and he was ready to talk about that sex scene 4-5 times, right? And EJ was like, he ain't lying, he just forgot. He just wanted to get to the part of the story real quick. And yeah, he wanted to get to it, but sir, we don't care about you and your threesome at this point. You need to be worried about foursome, foursome, and you need to be worrying about these fools that just pulled up on you in this bathroom, who they're pretty much threatening you. The Fang gang are here, right? Fang gang, they're here. And so I couldn't keep count how many. It was at least over 15 people in the hallway, or more, that were literally here to take out Lestat. Thankfully, though, he is saved by Daniel and old boy from Talamasca, because they had the wire around Lestat's neck and was ready to pull. So they was about to behead him. Can I say that on YouTube? Well, I done said it. They was ready to take his dome. Tamika, Monique, EJ, K, thoughts on this whole Fang gang, and they literally coming for Lestat's neck. Did y'all think that was the end of Lestat, or that's kind of obvious question, because they had to keep going, but his neck was literally on the line.
Yeah, this was a good fight scene. Well, I wasn't worried initially, because I was like, who y'all think y'all running up on? Like, Lestat about to take y'all down, and he was talking his shit initially, but then he remembered, like, I done had a whole bunch of stuff. I done been doing a whole bunch of stuff. My energy is not really at the place that it usually be. I think I can get some of y'all. I don't know if I can get all of y'all. Mind you, the waist is snatched. Okay.
Right. That
part. But they sure enough was about to go ahead and take that head off if Daniel and them didn't come through when they did. And now we done just tore up everything and ran in here and let all the people see us and know us, so much for keeping it as a secret. He said, damn, I didn't even tell my band nothing. Like, I've been keeping my mouth shut. Well, everybody knows now, Lestat.
Yeah, and EJ said that she loved Dee's commentary, because Dee was like, and I know you're gonna talk about EJ, but she was over there like, listen, this is just a career move. This ain't even what I'm really trying to do with my life. So yeah,
right.
I love that too.
I'm trying to better myself, Chance.
Mm-hmm.
Who next? Because I forgot the order.
Yeah, I'll go because I don't remember. Yeah, I love this scene. This is the best fight scene ever. Like, it was such an amazing fight scene. I just loved everything about it. I hope we get so many more fight scenes like this, because I love a good vampire fight scene, but like this is like a different type of, this is like a good fight scene. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I loved it so much. I don't know how many times I can say that, but I loved it. And I love Dee. Dee say, look, I'm just here trying to advance myself. Okay. I'm here trying to do better, be better. I'm trying to get to a different point. Okay. I didn't ask for all of this right here. And I just thought it was so genius the way they add in the little commentary as we have this big fight scene going on. And then we have her over there. I was just like, oh, I don't know who per se came up with that particular portion of it to have her do that, to have that character doing that. But I thought it was like so dope the way that they did it. It just added this other little element to it. And I wasn't too worried about LESTAT not making it out. I knew he was gonna make it out, but can we say Dan for the win? Dan, listen, he ain't Daniel no more. He is Dan now at this point. That's why I know
Dan the man.
They
Dan
good.
The man.
him and LESTAT, they good, okay? And they was always meant to be together. This is what we needed. See, this is the only thing that Louis was useful for. Louis was useful in orchestrating Dan and LESTAT getting together because this was the best get together that we have seen yet, and I can't wait to see what the rest of this what they finna do next because I love them together.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give this little quick round of applause to Dan the man. Okay,
DJ,
it was real quick, but hey, we had to give it to him. I loved it. He definitely stepped in. I ain't know like that. You know, we just so used to Daniel, Mr. Malloy, Mr. Writing, pushing the paper, pushing the pen.
I knew.
Well, I ain't know he had. Well, I ain't know.
I knew he was an asshole before he got turned, so he'd be a bigger asshole.
I knew it was an ass. I knew it was a butthole, but I ain't know he go wallow like that.
Yes. You see how he slapped Louis when Louis was messing with his hand, got him trembling like we is not finna go to that place. He got up and said,
we got flip slapped by a human.
Right. True.
I'm just saying. Like, I knew that was in there. Like, imagine him getting turned. It's the time stand. And I'm not mad at it. I love to see Daniel turn like that. So it is what it is. But shout out to the Van Gang. Do you Van Gang? Throw your signs up if you Van Gang. No. Okay. So yeah, that came in deep. Let's start like put D in the corner, like turn around, baby. Yeah, like this is lightweight. This is light work. So
it was. But he had to show them who he was because they was acting like they didn't know this was the LESTAT. Okay, his name been out here not for decades but for centuries, and he had to show them who he was. Be like, look, don't let these rock and roll pants fool you and my little pink silk top. Okay, I'm not the one or the two, and they found out that day because LESTAT ain't never been the one. Okay, he's not, and he had to show them so that y'all know if y'all run up on me next time, y'all already gonna know what it is. So don't come in here playing. And I'm glad to see old boy from the Talamasca, they little the Talamasca little spy coming through. He always come through in the midnight hour.
Yeah. He said not
the midnight hour.
Talamasca made me do it.
Okay, this the OG snitch right here. This the OG snitch from. But you know.
But yeah, I love a good blood fest fight.
But they got their ass all the way into the room though, to the band room. I was like,
and then when they finally broke in, we see that the band is like, damn, like you're really that guy. You really a vampire. They were a little afraid, but they were also impressed. But now that he's been exposed, he had to get the heck out of Dodge because like I was ready, to reveal my whole true secret. And so finally we get to the point where he's at this nasty broke down hotel. Like, bro, you could have went to any hotel in the world, but you chose the nastiest one where somebody is humping and grinding in the very next room. You can literally hear it while you're in the bathroom.
He was doing
regurgitating all your situations, but he's still bloody, but he kept getting his text messages. I'm here, I'm at the door. Where you at? Okay. Well, y'all see, I ain't even bring that picture, but this is mama, y'all. Enter the room, Gabriella. Whole time we thought that it may have possibly been Louis. Really didn't know. Could have been Nicholas. We just didn't know who possibly was at the other side of the door. We see it was his mama Gabriella, and why? Jesus, why? Why you kissing your mama like that? Where we do that at? No, mama, no. I was like,
They
what
do
the
that
hell?
over there.
That was reactions, ladies, K, EJ, Monique, Tamika. Reactions on him, him being exposed to his group, his band members, and then him sobbing. What we not gonna do in the afterlife, the underworld life or the immortal life is have relationships with our mama. That's just totally unacceptable. Just my thoughts. Ladies, how y'all feeling about that whole situation?
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Because even they allude to it in the books or whatever, but the way vampires connect on an intimate level in the books isn't how they do it on TV. Like their version of like intimacy is like drinking each other's blood or whatever. And so they were already doing so like they already had this intimate relationship on the vampire level. So I just didn't know we was gonna bring it to the screen and take us over to Westeros. And she already got that Targaryen hair. So you know what? I'm not even surprised. When I see that hair, I know what to expect at this point. But yeah, he gonna have some explaining to do to his band because they was sitting there like, oh, we thought you was cosplaying as a vampire. Like we thought that was your rock and roll persona, but you really about that. And then your ass flew out the goddamn window. I don't know if they're gonna think that they on that stuff or not. Like, did we see what we just saw? Like, did that really happen? Or is everybody in here hallucinating on shrooms? I thought that somebody would just freeze time and have Armand come in and wipe their memory and so act like they don't know. So I want to see how he rolls with this afterwards. This is why you got to keep Armand number in your phone. Because if you need somebody to all you gotta do is call the gremlin and
helping out Armand.
I'm sure we can find somebody else to do this because we definitely don't want Armand.
Get somebody else to do it.
Yes, get somebody else to do it. Because the way he done jacked up Louis' mind, we don't want him playing in nobody else's mind. Just keep Armand out of it, okay? But I mean, listen, I ain't gonna try to wash it up for you because I was gonna come, I was about to like try to fix it up, but I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna do that because people gonna be side-eyeing me. And I don't need y'all side-eyeing me. Just know that I am for the shenanigans. If this is your first time over here, that I will shenanigan the hell out of a show just because I can. That don't mean that I agree with any of the shenanigans that I actually say. I just be saying shit, okay? With that being said, and let me say this clearly, I do not condone incest, okay? I do not. However, if I am speaking from LESTAT's point of view, okay, we don't know how the vampires do it. We don't know what people do when they've been immortal for a shit ton of years. They might be trying new stuff out. I don't know what they got going on over there in the immortal world of vampires. They done every damn thing you can think of. So, okay, he was like, I'm with Kay on this one. They took it over there with Danny and them, and I'm still mad at Jon Snow because why? Why we couldn't just roll with it? Because you ain't even know like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't really even know. You could have just rolled with it. But anyway, I forgot we got, never mind. So anyway, I forgot we in the middle of watching that. My bad. But that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, I thought this was interesting. I have been dabbling into the book. I've been trying to stay at a certain point. So I did know that there was a possibility that there would be this, situation with these two. So it didn't hit me hard, but it was kind of jarring seeing it like come to life and not off of not off the book. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little bit different. And then as far as the other thing is concerned, it had to come out. It just is what it is. It had to come out. The people had to know that they was dealing with a real life vampire at some point. So there we are. And I'm glad it came out.
Yeah, how they gonna react in the vampire world? I don't know. Do they still want to make a bandmate?
He remember all their faces. They can all be replaced. LESTAT is the star. They can all be replaced. We can find somebody who can hit that note because clearly old boy can't hit that note. He need help.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, that's like, okay, he ain't bothering us, so I mean, like it is what it is. As long as he don't put his veins in us, and we've been how many performances we perform. Like, hey, I'm staying on his good side. I'm not gonna mess up not one note.
Right.
For future sessions, but yeah, we not doing that to moms. I watched quite a bit of vampire stuff. I don't think I ever saw nobody greet their mom in that kind of way. Nope, it'll be the first. So I'm like, nah, I watched too much like vampire stuff. Like, I don't remember seeing all that, but yeah, I can't wait to get into Gabriella more on screen. So I can't wait to see how that's gonna go down, because I ain't know who he was texting at first. I thought Louis at one time, but as I was reading, I'm like, nah, that can't be Louis. You know how you like read this, like, I'm like, nah, I don't think that's Louis. But yeah, so turn out to be your mama, Gabrielle Court. I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah, that's.
I just want my mommy.
And you know, another. I'm gonna let you go. I will let you go, Tamika, for sure. But we also got to remember another thing that Daniel kept asking him: is it true that you stuttered as a child? And then we kept seeing these flashes of this woman, and like, who the heck is this woman? And we see this little boy. So now we get to meet, you know, his mama, and clearly we about to, you know, hear his story as a child. Did he actually stutter as a child? You know, was mama's sexual favors helping him from stuttering? I'm just saying.
Lord have mercy.
No. Yeah, I didn't mean mind seeing mama, and I definitely want the backstory, but listen, I just thought it was gonna be like, you know, kissing his boo-boos, maybe go ahead and clean him up. I didn't think we was gonna be kissing, like kissing that. Like, yeah, nah, it's a no for me. I don't need to see that. Y'all can hold that part and give me the rest of it.
Okay. She look cold and mean. I won't be surprised.
Yep. Yeah. But y'all, after an hour and 40-some minutes later, we made it to the end of the episode. And again, like I said, y'all, there were a few more things that happened within the episode, but it was like over 100+ scenes just in this one particular episode. So I tried my best to weave out as much as I could the most, you know, important things. Thank y'all. Somebody got this next though. Of the most, you know, within the episodes. But it was a really good episode. The ending definitely shocked the heck out of me, because I was like, what in the ancestral plane is going on here? What in the hell? Okay. But again, I'm still locked in regardless of that moment. For those of y'all that don't know, there's an After Dark series or podcast that they do after the show. So I absolutely recommend, if you have like any questions about how did Sam Reed feel about, you know, this whole mama son relationship, because he was shocked too. He was like, what the hell too? So I absolutely recommend that y'all check that out. The host, she does an amazing job trying to get out, you know, the most important questions that she can with the time that she has with the actors. So going right around in this whole situation, final thoughts and, you know, what you have up next on your channels. And thank you ladies so much for coming through, kicking it with us. This is always a fun conversation. And we'll go ahead and go to Mika, Monique, Kay, and of course EJ.
I'm just looking forward to getting the LESTAT story, seeing what this mama talking about, what she was up to, what she was doing. And I want to definitely see some more fights. I'm here for the fights of it all. I want to see Daniel turning up more. I definitely love the scenes between him and Daniel. So yeah, I'm here for all of it. And I want to know what the hell happened, even though I don't like him. So I'm on and Louis Foot. Like, yeah, we got to get all these details of what was going down. But as far as what's going on my channel, got panels coming up this week from the Ovals, Atima, The Shy, Raising Canaan. We're gonna be back in Club Eden. There's a whole bunch going down. So hit the like on all the channels, comment, share, subscribe. Okay. Enjoying the conversations.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Tamika.
I agree with Tamika. I want to see the mom, Gabrielle, Lestat, and Daniel all in one room with Daniel and his laptop, tape recorder, whatever he used in 2025, or a camcorder to video Lestat's story, because like we got Louis' story from his family of it all. We got his story, but we never got Lestat, so I can't wait. And she seemed like she's a cold hard bitch, and I can't wait to see it. And
that part.
And like Tamika said, we want to see more fight scenes. And I definitely want to know, is he still gonna be on the road with this band, because he don't took flight out that window, and I don't know how they're gonna take it. But what I got going on my channel, well, I know after this I got to join Shayna NCD TV. She is talking about, we are going to talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion. I forgot what season it is, but we're gonna talk about the reunion on her channel. So if y'all into Love and Marriage Huntsville, hop on over to Shane MCD TV in like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna be over there talking with her and Candy Love, and we got Real Housewives of Atlanta. I gotta do that video, and Zatima, Raising Canaan. I think that's it for now. That's all I can remember right now at this moment in time. So make sure you are subscribed, hit that like button for me. And if you see that hype button, go ahead, hype me up. Okay, so I can be in the algorithm. We are doing the Vampire LESTAT, so yes, share with your people. Share with the spread the word that we are doing Vampire LESTAT, because yes, this is turning up over here. It's fun.
Hey. Thanks, Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are a very unserious group of people when we talk about these vampires. Like, I don't play about my vampires, okay? I am here to support Armand and all of his foolishness, because he's innocent. I mean, he's over 500 years old. What y'all expect him to do? He done did everything. So he get bored sometimes.
Not he innocent. He is not innocent.
You ain't even have the slide up here, Tika, where on the stat arm it said our mind was telling the truth. You ain't even want to put that up here.
I know, because our mind be lying. Because our mind be lying. That's why I didn't put it up there. I knew what I was doing.
You need to tell Armand to book an appointment, okay?
Right.
Go see the lady.
Appointment.
What the hell?
Ain't no wrong with him. Y'all just, I feel like all of this hate is unnecessary. Okay.
Sure.
He is innocent. Just like the tattoo that Lestat said. He is innocent, and he be telling the truth. So yes, I
was not permanent.
Oh my God.
But yes, I can't wait to get into more of Lestat's backstory as I'm going through the book, and how his story of how he was turned, and how he grew up, and the relationship that he had with his mother, and we meet Nikki and all of that good stuff, and his start being in the theater of it all. So I can't wait to get more into Lestat's backstory. I'm excited. This season's going to be wild because it's from Lestat, so it definitely is going to give us wild. And I want to be prepared for the plot twist, because they've always given us the twist with Interview with the Vampire. So I want to be prepared for what they're going to toss at us in the end with this Lestat spinoff. As far as my channel, we have From Tuesday. Y'all already know how we do on Tuesdays with From. If y'all don't know, y'all better come on back tomorrow, okay? Our From chats, they be live. Y'all better come with y'all handy dandy notebooks and be ready with your theories and everything tomorrow for From. I also have another special interview from one of the cast members, 2 cast members of From to drop this week. And Friday, Raising Canaan.
Yep.
So yeah, be looking out for that. Also have videos on the channel of The Mummy and Obsession. So if you've seen Obsession, if you haven't seen Obsession, I just need you to go ahead and watch that movie so we can talk about it. Because we and go watch the video. Because we had some words about Obsession on the channel because that movie was something different. But make sure you all hit like and subscribe on the channel. And if you're here, turn on your notification bell so that you know when we go live. We will be covering the whole season of the Vampire Lestat. So if you like what you see, make sure you put us in that algorithm.
Hey, thanks, Kay. Enjoyed you, girl.
Listen, first and foremost, I just need everybody to type in #LESTAT in the chat.
Do not put that in the chat. You will be blocked. You will be blocked.
You won't be blocked. I promise you won't be blocked. You won't be blocked. Y'all can put, as soon as you block y'all, I'm gonna unblock y'all. Don't worry. Go ahead and type in.
I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking. You're free to love whoever you love. You're free to love whoever you love. Even if you love Armand, you're free to love him too. I'm just saying.
Kate was on the island with that one. I'm sorry. Just on the island. Oh my gosh. Listen, but I now know how it feels, you know, when I'll be just going in about how much I love LESTAT and Tika can't stand him. I now get what that feels like because the Armand love is just throwing me right now. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know why, because both of y'all are delusional with both of them. So
listen, hold on now. Wait a minute.
I need to be able to bring my booth in so I could just hold that up. Okay.
that part.
First of all, listen, you know what? Okay, you can love who you want to love, okay? You can love who you want to love. If you love Armand, you love Armand with all your heart, mind, soul, and spirit with his crazy ass, okay? No, I'm here for it.
Studios.
Yeah. Oh my God. I cannot. But yeah, so as far as the channel is, as far as this season is concerned, I'm just excited for everything. I really feel like we should have did a book club with this one. I feel like book club would have been necessary, but because I feel like this would have been a great book to read together. But you know, I'm in the middle of it. I think Kay in the middle of it and all that stuff. So I'm kind of excited. Okay, so I'm kind of excited to kind of see as we go, as we're watching it and, you know, looking at reading and listening to the book, because listening is reading too, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, it is. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that at all. So I'm excited to kind of see where we finna go. Like, I want to see this backstory, especially all the stuff that I've already read. I want to see how they're going to play it all out as we get it onto the screen, because it's really an interesting book. I ain't even gonna lie. The book is interesting so far. It's far better than the first Interview with the Vampire. I'm just keeping it real. Like, it's already way better than that. But that was a good book too, FYI. But this one is just way better. Anyway, other than that, you know, I'm just here for the ride, and just know that if you come over here, we're gonna be with the shenanigans all day long. Especially me. I'm sorry, I'm always gonna be with the shenanigans. Do not take me serious at all. Don't come over here with that real life stuff, because I'm not it. I'm just not on this right here.
Right. Not gonna happen. Fictional characters.
right.
Not on no fictional vampire characters. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be somebody else. So anyway, with that being said, as far as my channel is concerned, as all of you know, I just got back, so I appreciate it. I just wanted to tell y'all, by the way, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for holding it down. And, you know, we set up all these live shows, and then I wasn't able to do a lot of them and all the stuff. And I just appreciate y'all carrying on and doing all the things. Tika holding these schedules down, because it don't be easy trying to make all these schedules and be aligned and stuff. So I appreciate you doing all of that. And I appreciate all of y'all still rocking with your girl, and everybody who gave warm wishes, thoughts, all the things, prayers, all that stuff. I appreciate all of that. Al is doing so much better now, y'all. He's on the road to recovery. So your girl is back. Okay. Yay. Your girl is back. So I am going to try to do a couple of things. I want to do some overalls on some stuff that I just missed, that I didn't get a chance to do overall, that I didn't get a chance to talk about. I want to kind of do something with the Shy. I don't know when all of this is going to drop, but I figure probably within the next week or so, I'm going to try to get some videos out that I really just wanted to talk about, some stuff that I didn't get to finish. And then, of course, all the panels, I'll be a part of most of them. I think Raising Kanan, like they said, is coming back from. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Of course, something else is out. I can't think of what it is right now, but y'all just keep y'all notifications turned on, do all the things. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Seriously though. Tika, what you got going on?
Girl, absolutely. And while Eject was thanking folks, I got to thank the ladies for being a part of these panels as well, because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to put this content out. But definitely thank you to Kay, because she was holding down some of these lives too, because Tika was like, girl, I don't know what I got going on, help me out. But she, she stepped in, of course, and did above and beyond her part. So thank you to Kay as well. And again, the panels was popping, and I hope y'all go back and watch some of those older videos that we did. But as far as what I'm looking forward to on this whole series, because I have not read the book, I felt like I wanted to wait until this particular series or this season was actually over, then go into the book. I guess I'm gonna have to dive into the book as well, kind of be nosy to see what might or might not happen in the TV series. But I definitely got to see why we're kissing on our mamas, because this is just not what this is not unacceptable. This is unacceptable. LESTAT, you and your mama, what kind of games are y'all playing? So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out, or why that all became the way that it is. I want to see what happened to my boy Louis' foot. I want to hear LESTAT's perspective. I want to hear his story. Is he gonna go into hiding? I want to see if he's gonna still be the rock star LESTAT, right? I want to see that part. And Armand, boy, what happened to your eye? Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Armand is kind of looking nice this season. His hair is nice.
Hell no.
Damn, it took him to lose an eye to look nice.
It took him to lose. That's wild. It took him to lose an eye and look a little dangerous for me to finally get the.
He don't look dangerous at all. He look boring as hell.
Y'all gonna stop calling him a baby. Y'all gonna stop doing it.
But I like him. I just like his look. I want to see, but I need to see what's going to happen. We keep hearing about Akasha. I was born of Akasha. I want to see Akasha, even if it's one episode. I want to see Akasha, okay? Because we got a sister playing that role. I'm just saying, and that's pretty much it as far as what my expectations as far as Vampire LESTAT. Shout out to the actors. Y'all are doing y'all thing. So far, so good. I will keep watching for sure. As far as on my channel, All Things Ruthless, I've been talking about, I'm probably on this island by myself. The Terror, Devil in Silver. And I was telling somebody, this reminded me of From. This is my perspective of From. So if you watch the Devil in Silver, then you'll understand why I feel the way I feel about From. But y'all gotta tune in on Tuesday night to check out my theory on From, and then you can kind of put two and two together with the Devil in Silver. Of course, we got the Vampire LESTAT coming up again. We got Zatima, because Leslie over there wilding out, and we gotta find out if they finally choke that 1-800 choke that hoe, if that she get away again with her shenanigans. We've got all the Queen's Men, so y'all gotta come back on Sundays. Virtual Club Eden, with Virtual Club Eden is always a vibe. We got Raising Kanan. I've been talking about Dutton Ranch. I've been on the island again by myself talking about the Dutton Ranch. Well, if y'all,
I gotta get over there.
Listen,
I gotta get over there.
You gotta come on over to this. Come on over here. Come on over here.
I've been watching Yellowstone and 19 whatever. I've been into
that part. Okay. I got you, Monique. I got you. Okay. And then lastly, Country Wayne. I'm doing my Country Wayne recaps. Country Wayne is a mega, like, he has taken YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like he has taken social media to a whole other level, to where I'm literally watching this man skits every single day. Like, I can't go a day without watching it. And so with me watching it, I have to come over here. And he's paid his people, but we come back over to YouTube and we talk about it, once or twice a week, most likely once when I can. And so, and then I'm gonna put out some small recaps of the Oval until episode episode 8 comes back, because I already told y'all what happened on episodes 1 through 7. So check those out. If you want to recap on the Oval, go ahead and check those out. Those were with myself and VKJTV. And that's pretty much it. That was a long list of things. I never remember those things, but I wrote them down this time. That's why I was able to tell y'all everything that I got going on. But thank you. Why EJ raised her hand like she in class, y'all? Go ahead, EJ.
I forgot one last thing. Tika and I on Talk That Talk are we didn't get to finish watching all of The Boys together, but The Boys reaction for whatever episode is up. So please go and check that out and help us out. And our reaction for this will actually be up at the end of the week. So if y'all want to see what was really said when we was watching this in real time at the time that we were saying it, then definitely check that out at the end of the week. Please and thank you. All right, I'm done.
Absolutely. No, that's fine. That's fine. Absolutely. And so, that's pretty much it. But just want to real quick thank everybody for coming through. Only one. Why you got two Y's? Because that just threw me off. Only one SYY. Rosebud, Tootie, Mocher, okay. Who else we got? Julie B. Thank you for coming through. Candy Love, stop by, y'all. That's our girl. Thank you for coming through, Candy. West Coast Barbara, thank you for coming through. Jeff Dean Ridgeway, thank you for coming through. CT, thank you as well. And if I missed anybody, I do apologize. Charge it to my head and not my heart. With that being said, y'all, we ain't even got no outro, but we out this thing. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week. We'll see y'all again next Monday for LESTAT. Vampire, okay? Vampire LESTAT. Here we go. We out, y'all. Peace.